Welcome everybody to the CyberVibe podcast. A little context I got to give ahead of time. In case anyone at all saw any of the previous episodes and was wondering why this is episode 1. That's because we want to I want to say something.
Those were trial runs.
Essentially, yeah. I want to get serious about this again and have a set schedule of when these episodes come out, or at least once every week or every 2 weeks or something that's good enough to work with but is consistent. So all the other ones have been privated. All the links are going to be in the description. If you listen to this anywhere else, like if you listen to it on Spotify or anything like that, all those episodes are still going to be there because I don't really know how to delete them or just private them or whatever. So yeah, like a reintroduction episode, like a revamp of the CyberVibe podcast. Hopefully we actually keep up to it this time. So everyone, I have Jeremiah or Jeremy and Isaiah here. Usually
Hi.
we have Matt and Adam. No idea where Matt is. Adam is working tonight. So introduce yourselves.
Who's going first?
Isaiah.
I guess. Hi, I'm Isaiah.
What do you like to play, Isaiah?
Fortnite.
Yeah. Well, that's the first problem. So.
Sorry, forgive me for being good at something.
Jeremy, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Jeremiah. It's good to... No, my name's Jeremiah. How you doing?
What do you like to play?
With myself.
We're gamers. We are gamers.
You're a gamer.
I am Dylan, otherwise known as It's That One Guy. Pretty famous YouTuber. Link in the description. I'm Dylan, and I like to play. I'm playing Skyrim right now. I bought it on PC recently. I've played it on the 360, Xbox One, and PS3. I've never actually beat it, but yeah, I have played Skyrim before. I'm not just now getting Skyrim. So, anyways, what should we jump into first? Let's see. We have a Discord with discussions and stuff. Yeah, I am, aren't I? Okay, let's get this out of the way. I don't want to start any drama too late into the episode. Velcro or shoelaces?
Great, dude.
Dang. That's a hard one.
Dude, honestly, I like Velcro more.
Actually?
It's so easy to just put them. Yes,
in real life?
actually. In real life,
what
I do.
Velcro shoes do you own?
I don't own any Velcro shoes. I just prefer Velcro.
I've never dated a man or woman. I just prefer men.
I really don't know.
It's so easy. I remember back in kindergarten, dude, that was just the most entertaining thing I had. I'll be in class sitting down, just playing with my shoe, the Velcro, just yeah, doing that.
In the middle, the F-cat or something. You're just
yeah.
Yeah, but
F-cat is a major standardized test in Florida for the people. We live in Florida.
We live in Florida.
I don't know. I feel like Velcro is super loud though. So if you had some intruder in your home, it'd be super loud.
Let me put my anti-theft shoes on.
Right?
He knows where you are now.
Crunch, crunch.
Velcro is nice, but I don't prefer it for shoes because it looks gay.
Yeah, looks like you're a freaking 200-pound 6th grader.
Well, sorry for being a 200-pound 6th grader.
You probably were, Isaiah. Isaiah's not fat. He's just big. He's bulky.
I was
Jeremy definitely was 200.
I was 250. I was a big boy.
That was a big boy.
Jeremy, he's slimmed down, but he is a big boy. Fat. I don't want to say that because it's mean, but body
all good.
fat.
I mean,
he's heavy-sided.
It's not really mean though. If you don't mean it in a derogatory way, then it's not really mean because it is
call me?
Yeah.
Because it is a descriptor.
Yeah, not many people just think of that though. I guess a lot of people just use it as a derogatory term, so it automatically is just oh, you're calling me fat.
Yeah.
But,
what?
Obviously, I would never say that to a person that I don't talk to regularly.
Mean?
They're am I fat? And if I want to answer honestly, I'm not gonna say,
yeah,
you're
you count.
fat. Yeah. I'm gonna be oh, you're not fat, you're just big,
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
At least I'm under 300 now, though. That's good.
Oh,
That's
nice,
good.
nice, nice, nice.
That's really good.
You're really good.
So I go shoelaces. Isaiah goes Velcro. What do you go, Jeremy?
I'm gonna go shoelaces.
Okay. So 2v1. Isaiah, you
Sorry,
go
Isaiah.
clear.
Sorry. Okay. Well, I face 2v1's important all the time. So.
You guys
Are
you
they
got
bots
this one, huh?
because you lose?
Nah, dude. I've been winning these sums recently.
Winning solos?
Yeah.
No.
Wow, you must be playing against actual people, not bots.
Yeah. Right. I play in arena, dude. I play competitively.
Let's see.
I'm 1-0 from Champions League.
Let's see. The future of a virtual reality filled world. We can get into that one for Jeremy.
Ooh, yeah.
Do you have any
Dang.
tandems or tangents, whatever, that you go off on about this stuff, Jeremy?
Not really. I was just curious as to what y'all wanted to throw around.
Okay, describe
Like-
for the viewers what you mean, because you mean full dive, like SAO stuff, but they wouldn't understand that. So explain what you mean.
I mean, yeah, because like having your conscious downloaded into like a machine would be really nice because you know what they describe air quote as virtual reality right now is definitely not. It's just basically putting a screen closer to your eyes, which I don't describe as virtual reality. I would describe it as like a virtual world, but not
Augmented reality,
actual.
maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
No, AR is like, it's like through cameras and stuff.
Mm.
I
That'd be
don't know.
like
You
but-
like you can't argue though. VR is like gaming with VR. It's truly like a unique experience, especially the first time you ever do it. Like
yeah.
obviously it's now for me.
I feel like they could have came up with a better word for it though.
screen face.
Oh,
Oculus
I'm
screen
gonna
face.
I'm gonna mute real quick.
Okay. For the viewers, I have a PSVR and I've played Oculus Rift at like Best Buy. They had a display. I would really love like the Valve Index, but those freaking things are so expensive, and I don't think my PC could handle full VR like that. So I have PSVR. It's really fun. It does like it surprises me sometimes because I know what the hardware like I don't know. I don't know how to explain. I know what the hardware is. So some of the things that some of the VR games in there can pull off really surprise me in comparison to some of the other VR games that are on the PS Store, which aren't like the best. There's some pretty crazy stuff. What's your input, Isaiah?
In the future?
What was his question? The future of a virtual reality filled world.
Oh, future?
Yeah, I guess like
Shoot,
how
I
will it
mean-
affect the world, and do you think it's negative, positive?
Alright.
Bro, it might turn into like Ready Player One.
Can you send Adam an invite to the Discord
Really?
server?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
What is his?
It'd be kind of
okay.
dangerous.
That-
It'd be kind of dangerous though.
Well, how
I
so?
would think. Like people can like get like, cause like people can get into like into stuff real quick, and like if you're not careful, like you can get like really into it and never like come back out of it.
I mean, that's to say with anything though. Like,
Yeah, it means with anything, but like especially something like VR, where everything can like look, feel real. No.
yeah, but it could also like have some really good uses. Like, I I don't want to spoil it, but I'm gonna use it anyway. But like the ending of season 2 for SAO, they had augmented machines for virtual reality for like cancer patient type people that literally could not leave the hospital. And you know, those I feel like those people stuck in the hospital that literally can't leave, they get depressed because that's all they know and they can't go outside into the world and whatnot. And they literally just leave or live in that virtual world, and that could really help some people out.
Mm.
Because, like, imagine being in bed like all day, not able to move, you know, constantly being poked and prodded. But like with something like that, it could be used as like a medical type device where you're just always like unconscious or whatever. Like, yeah, you could know what's going on around you if you so choose, but you know, at the same time, you could be running around in this actual like virtual world. That way, it's not so constraining. You know, you could go be frolicking in a meadow with some unicorns, or like riding a dragon, or freaking sitting by a river fishing, or going on a roller coaster.
Hmm.
Like, I think it would have some really good uses to the world. Like, sure, like people probably would use it as an escape to real life, but at the same time, I think it'd be pretty cool. Like, if people used it conservatively.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it could
Moderation.
be cool for stuff like what you said with like patience and stuff of certain things. Like I know the Wii is obviously different, but the Wii was something new that came out, and it was like a really big hit for people in hospitals and stuff like that, like for physical therapy and shit like that.
Huh.
So like, I could see how new technology like that is interactive, because you kind of compare it to the Wii as far as motion controls. You know, you can play bowling games and stuff, and baseball, basketball, whatever in VR. So there's probably some like medical uses for it. Now I don't know how far along that'll get, because a Wii is like cheap now, but a PC that can run VR and a VR headset is well over $1,000. So, but I don't know. I don't know. They put weird money into things like that sometimes. So who knows? I don't know. Like I can't think of per se. I can't immediately think of how people would abuse it, but I feel like there would be abuse.
Yeah, I feel like that definitely could be. Like, an example might be like you're in VR, and depending on how it's set up, somebody could hack into your system, and they could literally just kidnap you, and you would have no idea.
Like in
Just
real
kidding
life.
at you.
Yeah. Like,
Oh,
they just
gosh.
straight kidnap you, and you wouldn't even know. Like, you'd wake up and be like, "Yo, where the heck am I?"
So you're talking about full dive, right?
Mhm.
Mm.
Like, there's always gonna be risks, but honestly, like, I'd be okay with most of them.
Yeah. I mean, like, self-driving car was a risk, and that's doing fine for the most part.
Yeah.
People are filming porn in it.
Really?
You didn't know that? I'll be back, guys.
Did you hear my keyboard?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a video of a porn shot in a Tesla self-driving car, and Elon Musk had tweeted about it. It was pretty funny.
Oh, where it's like, dang, more than one uses or something.
Something like that, yeah. Let me look it up really fast. Elon Musk porn tweet. That's not a very good
Wait, what?
search.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, he said, turns out there's more ways to use autopilot than we imagined.
So good.
And then he said, should have seen it coming.
Okay, bye, Isaiah.
Does Isaiah leave?
He went to gaming bay.
Uh-oh. I'm moving back in. Isaiah, you
You
good?
good, Isaiah?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
I don't know why. I was just like clicking through the chats and I accidentally clicked on one of the voice channels.
I sent Adam an
Sorry.
invite. When's that fool gonna be here?
I don't know. I sent him a message on Facebook.
He said, yeah.
Well, he called me back. That's why I was muted. And I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna get Dylan to send you an invite. You want to join the podcast?" He's like, "Oh yeah, sure." So.
Yeah. So Adam is the cousin of Matthew, one of our other friends that was going to be here. Again, I have no idea where he's at. Adam is in our friend group. He's one of the 5.
Yeah. I bet you money Matt took a nap.
Probably. But whatever.
Either that or he went to Sonic with his dad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think Adam might have some cool things to say about VR, so I'm kind of excited about that. We can go back on it later.
Yeah.
Alright.
Let's see. So, Wow. Okay. Self-driving cars and what it means for the future of driving. Let's talk about that. That's a topic. That's it. We have for the viewers at home. I have a Discord server that I made for the chat, and we have different channels like main chat where we just talk. There's announcements where I will announce like when the podcast is about to start. Blah blah blah. There's just like AFK channels, things like that. There's discussion topics, which is where people will shoot in ideas that they want to talk. Not people, us. We will shoot in ideas that we want to talk about. And I made it all structured like this in case we ever make this server public in the future if we get big. Because a few of the people that I watch, they'll make Discord servers where like their patrons for Patreon can join the server that they're recording in, but obviously the people can't talk, so they can listen to the podcast live, which is like actually a really cool idea that I would love to do one day. So that's why it's kind of set up like this now. But yeah, discussion topics. Jeremy put in self-driving cars and what it means for the future of driving. So we kind of already talked about that. Yeah, I guess to be quite frank, yeah, people could have sex in cars easier.
I know Matt definitely has
that's the only
some
benefit.
ideas on or discussions on it.
Dude, actually, self-driving cars be lit.
Because Matt and I have discussed it at length. Well, I say at length, but it's really from like my house to the mall. And
It's like 15, 20 minutes.
yeah, and he thinks that eventually driving is going to be banned, and no one's going to be allowed to drive. That way, human error isn't like a causing factor for wrecks anymore. And I really like. I feel like that's going to be way
I
far
don't know
into the
about.
future.
I don't know about banned.
I don't think it'll be banned, but I think like in the future it'll be minuscule.
Yeah.
Like you'll be laughed at for actually driving your car instead of just sitting there or something.
Yeah, like my argument to that was like, what about the people that can't afford self-driving cars or don't know how to work them really? Like, there's gonna be like some random 97-year-old man not knowing how to work a car or something, or like some
Well,
16-year-old kid that, oh man, I can't wait to drive. Wait, driving's illegal.
well, like you could say that, but you could also say like cell phones whenever they first came out, how expensive they were, but now they're pretty affordable. Obviously,
Okay,
not
yeah,
all
but
of them
like,
are, but
I'm talking about like banning driving. Like, they didn't ban letters.
well, I mean, when you say like not everyone will be able to afford it, I'm saying in the future, if we're so far along that things like that are happening, I'm sure the technology will be more affordable by then.
Yeah.
I mean, look at
But
Tesla Autopilot. Yeah, people can just buy Teslas now with that stuff,
Yeah.
which is really
I guess.
bonkers to think of. Because usually, I'm used to seeing stuff like that as like tech demos that companies show, and a lot of that stuff that you see, you never really see pan out into the public. But like that's actually like a thing, like self-driving Teslas. It's really weird.
He did also bring up that maybe there would be like public type transportation for self-driving.
Mm-hmm.
It was like maybe like self-driving city bus or like self-driving like Uber or Lyft type thing where you could just like order something. I was sitting there thinking, I was like, that'd be hella expensive, I feel like.
Maybe. I mean, it'd cut out the tip. If there's like an automated Uber, you wouldn't have to tip. I mean, I usually don't tip anyways, but
Yeah, that's true because we wouldn't really have to pay anybody.
you might just pay like a service fee for using the thing.
Yeah, so okay, because it might be like
Which,
$5 max.
you never know. You could be right though, because like usually there's hidden fees thrown in everywhere for stupid stuff. Oh, Adam's in the thingy. He lagged. We just had to do a little jump cut. For us, it was like 5 minutes, but for y'all, it was nothing. Adam is here, the guy we were talking about earlier that usually sends us his nudes. The ones he takes, not the ones he gets. So introduce yourself.
That'd be pretty funny.
Oh, I guess I gotta explain. It's like a little revamp episode, Adam. All the episodes before, I'm just gonna make private, and I'm gonna put them in the description of this one. I'm gonna try to make this like consistent, and we do this every week or every other week or something. So we're just gonna start fresh here, sort of. We've been talking for a little bit, but go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Adam. I've been in the past few, and I'm not much more terribly interesting than these guys, but cool.
What do
I guess
you
I can add a
play?
little bit to the
What do you
conversation.
play? That's what I asked everyone.
Oh, I play foosball quite often.
I
Yeah.
mean video games, not dumb sports, stupid. That's gay.
But well, I don't play anything that's not. Yeah, that's probably it.
Okay. And he works at a sandwich company. He makes sandwiches.
He's freaky
Yeah, that
fast.
definitely can't be disclosed.
He's under NDA from his company. They'll fire him.
Y'all know where the sandwich place is.
He works at
If
Jimmy
y'all
John's.
don't know that it's freaky fast, then y'all suck.
I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, I mean, I never even heard of the place before I applied.
Really? There's one down the street from me.
It's Jimmy John's, everyone. I don't know how many Jimmy John's are in the world. There's no way they can narrow it down to... They don't even know where he lives, actually.
Fair enough.
We can,
Where I live?
yeah, they know we live in Florida, but we cannot disclose where you live. If he doesn't live in Florida, viewers.
Oh, I thought you were saying you don't know where I live.
I don't know where in
That'd
that
be
place
funny.
you live, but so technically you're right. Anyway, so...
I get the point.
I have Adam's address.
yeah, just go ahead
I
and
can
say
put
it
it on
over
the screen really fast. Send your fan mail and used condoms to that address. So picking up where we were talking about porn in cars.
Oh.
We were talking about self-driving cars and like how they could have like a negative impact, positive impact. I'm leaning on the side of like their cool technology. I don't really think that they're gonna hurt anything. I do see how there could be like some, obviously, you know, stuff happens, but you could say that about anything. Like, you should not do something just because things could happen. Like, if you walk outside, a plane can fall in your yard and kill you. There's, you know, like there's chances for everything to happen. So yeah, I think it's good technology. Jeremy, you seem like you're kind of leaning on that side too.
Yeah, but I mean, there are always drawbacks to everything. Like, somebody could hack the car and kidnap you while you're in it.
Oh, that happened in Upgrade. Have y'all seen that?
I want to see that, but no, I haven't seen it.
Oh, that movie. Have you, Adam?
No.
That's a really good movie. In the beginning, the whole like, you know how in every movie it's like 20 minutes of just regular stuff, like the character's happy with their wife, and then the wife gets taken or killed or something, and then the movie starts.
Isaiah's here.
Okay. What's up, Isaiah?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, guys.
You're good.
Internet problems.
You're good. In Upgrade, it's like a futuristic world, and there's self-driving cars, and the bad guys of the movie had hacked the self-driving car the main guy and his wife are in, and crashed it. But it was a really freaking good movie. If y'all haven't seen that, viewers, watch Upgrade. I think I rented it on Amazon Prime, but it's like a really good movie. Logan Marshall Green is a very good actor. But yeah.
What
Oh,
were we talking about?
we're still talking about self-driving cars.
Okay, cool.
One thing. Oh, go ahead. You didn't put any input in. Say something.
Yeah. Okay. So like, where I cut out? Frick. Okay, I've never something about like them banning driving, which I don't think that's gonna be happening at all. Like, let's be real. I
think it'll be
I
more
don't
like
think
a
it's-
social thing. Like I said.
yeah,
like,
it'll be a social.
like, ooh, you drive still? You're a loser, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But,
can
like,
see that.
Frick, I forgot what I was gonna say. But dang, it won't be like. And then like Matt saying like, take the human error out of driving, like that can be useful, especially since like you know like drunk driving is a thing nowadays,
Yeah.
and so that would be very helpful for that cause. And I mean, it's not a bad thing, I don't think.
And you know they could like if you're on a
Well, drunk driving's not a bad thing.
Controversy.
no, like yeah, that could be cool.
I killed
like,
3 kids.
that could be cool because I know there's some cars that like if you're on a DUI, you have to do a breathalyzer to start your car, If they implemented that, yeah. If they had implemented
Wow.
that, like you had to do a breathalyzer if you have a DUI or something, and if you are over the legal limit, it locks itself into self-driving. Excuse me, self-driving, and immediately takes you home or something. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
I
Or it
could...
like takes you to jail.
Why? You're not like breaking any laws yet.
It's just a joke.
Welcome to your local police department for no
Yo.
reason.
That would actually be really dope. Like if they had cameras and self-driving cars, which I assume they will eventually, that could help out so much because it could be like, alert, alert, this isn't your car, and then it like locks the
Oh,
person in
yeah.
there and drives them to
Yeah,
jail.
yeah, yeah. Oh,
Or,
yeah,
like,
that'd be...
Dude,
Kidnappers.
dash cams are getting really popular, so yeah, that'll probably happen.
Yeah, or like
Yeah.
somebody kidnaps somebody, or if like they're a fugitive and they're trying to run away or anything.
Shoot, I mean, like we sell a dash cam at work now. I work at Home Depot, viewers. We sell a dash cam at my store now. It's pretty cool.
Dude, you're pretty cool.
Thank you.
Dude, I should get that and see how does it look when I drive? Cause I drive crazy.
I don't think you want to look again.
Bro, I was with like a couple of like some of my friends, and we went to Starbucks, right?
Yeah.
And I was just swerving all over the place.
On purpose or just because you're dumb?
This is no, I was like texting and driving, which don't do that.
Oh my
obviously,
god, Isaiah.
But
You're
I was-
such an
wait, was I texting
irresponsible
driving?
driver. Why do you have to think about
What?
that?
I don't know. I can't remember what happened last week.
Was it this time or last time that I was texting and driving?
I don't remember.
You're bad.
It was Sunday, so.
Oh, that's even worse. God's Day.
Yeah, it was during when I had the pulse in my car.
Are you serious?
Nah.
Oh.
It was like an hour before that.
Oh, okay, good. For viewers who don't know what he was talking about pulls in his car, this man had like, how many pipes of PVC did you have
It's like
coming out of your car window?
I had 28 10-foot PVC pipes.
Oh my god, he doesn't drive a big vehicle.
I did. I had if I had my truck, it would have been fine, but I don't have my truck anymore.
He
I
put
don't.
it,
I
If you had your truck, you wouldn't make it 10 feet.
That's facts.
he put these 10-foot pieces of PVC pipe into his passenger window and threw that, and it was just hanging out of his passenger window.
What?
I got to the place I was delivering it to, right? And I was like, guys, come look at this, and they just started busting out laughing.
You wild, Isaiah.
I know I'm wild.
Yeah, it was funny. I saw a picture he sent me, and I was just like, oh my god.
Also, like it was hard too, cause like my rear view mirror is out of commission at the moment. So, bro,
Going on hard
Friday,
How
time.
did you like?
bro, I don't know. It's Friday. Mom told me to go pick up a cake, right? I said, all right, Mom, I'll go pick up the cake.
The
Got
classic
out of my
mom
vehicle,
told me
right?
to pick up a cake story. Come on, Isaiah.
Oh shoot, my bad, guys. I'm really running on my lights right now. But anyways, Mom's taking me to pick up something. Okay, I got out of my vehicle. I just see my freaking rearview mirror just hanging.
Oh,
Just
God.
hanging there. It's like, bro, I was like, bro, what the heck?
So how do you
And
back
then-
up? Do you use the outside mirrors now or something? Or you turn around?
I don't back up.
What?
I don't back up.
You only drive forward?
I'm all going forward, dude. I drive Toyota, so stay moving forward.
You're parked in a parking spot, and then there's a car in front of you.
You just ran
Bro,
into the car.
I'm parked in front of a wall.
Ran through the wall. There's like a dog standing in front of your car. You like shed one tear. You're like, I'm sorry. You just like
I'm sorry.
gas it. I can't look back.
I can't.
Oh
I
my
literally
gosh.
can't.
When I was on my way back home today, or just a few minutes ago, I was in the left lane, and then I moved in the right lane, and the story is pretty crazy. No, there's a deer in the left lane, and it was like twitching, and it was like a big deer, and
Twitching?
then the other guy behind me, yeah, I guess it just got hit or something,
No.
and then guy behind me moves over, right? Because you probably shouldn't hit it again or crush it or go over it. And then there's this whole long. I look behind me, just a long line of people in the left lane. They all stay in the left lane. Like I don't know, 10, 15 cars.
They just
I'm
run
like,
over the deer.
"Oh, all right,
Oh
that's
my God.
one way you can be in life.
You gotta flatten it out somehow and get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Dude, those things are like, they're bold. I've only ever had it happen to me once, and I was little, but I've seen those deers jump across the highways. Like they like just leap across, like it's like whenever freaking dogs and cats are on the side of the road and they decide to run across last minute, or like squirrels or something.
Yeah.
Those things just do not fear. They just jump across the road with cars coming.
Mhm.
It's crazy. They're majestic creatures.
Yeah.
Did you put any input in on it, Adam, on self-driving cars? What do you think?
Wait, so you and Jeremiah believe it could be good and it probably will be, but there's going to be drawbacks?
Yeah.
Likely.
Yeah.
I lean far on the side of it's a good thing.
What about the
I
drawbacks
mean, I
of
think
it?
there
What is
can
your-
be. There probably will be, but like, I don't know, governments are going to intervene and stuff, like, have rules and stuff implemented.
There are already rules
So,
implemented.
like, well, yeah, there are some now, but there's not
No
that many
sex while
self-driving
driving.
cars, especially
Can't spit on the sidewalk.
Can't spit on
especially
the
full
sidewalk?
self-driving.
Is that an actual rule somewhere?
That's a law, yeah.
Where?
Whoa.
Everywhere.
What is it?
Can't spit on the sidewalk. And it's actually illegal to cuss too.
You gotta respect that pavement, bro.
Frick! 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 Frick!
Isaiah, no. You just hear Isaiah's door get busted down.
Like
FBI, open up!
technically a cop could arrest you if he hears you like using profane language.
Bro, I've seen videos of people calling cops like dumbasses and stuff, and the cop
mean,
doesn't do anything.
Well,
I mean, it's
they're already
freedom
getting
of
arrested.
speech. Why would that be illegal, actually? It's freedom of speech.
I don't know.
It's not
Yeah,
even
I-
anything that can
I
be
don't know about that
enforced
one,
the more I
Jeremy.
think about it. Yeah.
Sounds like a stupid law.
It is.
Honestly, all laws are stupid. What? What? Why don't you start a revolution?
Isaiah, you're different than I remember.
Dude, I am
you.
here. I am here to start a war. Holy crap!
Oh, Adam. Shoelaces or Velcro?
Choose wisely.
For shoes?
Yeah.
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 Shoelaces.
Good stuff, buddy.
Rip Isaiah.
3v1.
Velcro, that's like Velcro.
Hey,
you're
bro.
either over 60 or you're under 10. You're using Velcro.
Or you're just like a dad who wears mandals.
Or Isaiah.
Yeah, I guess I'm dead.
Sandals, I mean,
Just
yeah.
Jesus Christ sevens.
Dude, those
Oh.
are fives.
That's good.
Can you get sandals with shoelaces?
Sandals with shoelaces?
That sounds stupid.
You fucking autistic? What is that?
You get the ghetto sandals like
FBI, open
laces-
up!
The shoelaces go through the sole of the shoe, and you like bring them up and like tie them over the top of your foot.
What?
Oh, you've seen these. I haven't. I just thought of an idea.
Why would you
What?
even get sandals then? There's fucking shoelaces on them.
Might as well call them flip flops.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Lace flops.
Yeah.
Okay, divulge on your stance on self-driving cars, though, Adam.
Yo.
What in
Divulge.
particular do you think it could be used for, as like for good?
Less bad.
I think I,
I
see.
mean,
You got me
there's-
there.
most of what goes wrong is human error. Like most of all these, actually, doesn't driving like cars and all kill more people in the U.S. than like anything except cancer, I guess.
Probably, I could see
think-
that. I don't know,
I don't
like, the numbers.
And
but I could
most
see that.
of it is human error, like texting driving, or
You do
just
our
simply
research
not
here.
being aware enough, or making dumb decisions when driving.
Yeah, yeah,
And
no,
if
no,
you
You
have
no,
a
forget about the
self-driving car-
hippos, actually.
Hippos.
Hippos, yeah. Don't those cause like a lot of deaths? They're like extremely aggressive.
Africa.
Hippopotamuses are.
What is it?
I think they
Oh,
do actually in
Africa, so it
Africa,
doesn't count. Okay.
but- Right. Africa won't get self-driving cars until like 20.
Africa
300.
won't get it. How long did it take them to get laptops?
It's Russia actually that's like surprisingly far behind
Really?
with like their cars. Yeah, today their cars driving around look like they're from the 70s.
Well, I bet they're cheap.
Maybe, but
Well,
They're
actually, I don't
taking
know.
their
'Cause
hand-me-downs.
if that's the only thing sold on the market, then people could sell them for like 10K and get away with it.
That's true. Um, but if so, I think there will become a point, probably not in my lifetime, but when like government make it illegal to drive a car that is not self-driving.
I just think that's.
Wow.
I just disagree. I think that's too much.
Maybe, but like if you get enough of them, and you still have these people driving their own cars and they're physically driving, then those will be the few that they say probably have the error and cause deaths and all. And if you continue to increase the number of self-driving cars on the roads, you can get to the point, or close to it, where all of them are self-driving. And then if you get that, then you can do away with stoplights and all that, and you can have the self-driving cars hooked up to the internet or whatever, stuff like that, where it's just a completely fluid system of driving. If that makes any sense.
I don't know if it's just me, but I always I don't ever want the wall between us and like full connection to be broken down, and that just seems like a step towards that.
Wait, between me and you, or what are you talking about?
No, like between us and like humans just being fully connected, like everything around them, like now your car is connected to the internet or a service that can be controlled and regulated and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, it's a step towards like some form of communism or whatever. I'm not sure about the
Yeah,
versions of
'cause
government.
I know this sounds like conspiracy
system.
theory stuff, but like, you know, there could be like a war where people hack whatever
Right.
system that we use, and now all of a sudden like everyone's car's blowing up or they're driving people off of cliffs, and not even maybe a war, but like the government, you know, freaking puts in some law that's obviously stupid, where it's like, oh, if you know, if you do this, then we can do that, just stupid stuff, and I don't want that.
Right. Yeah, probably. Um, with hacking them, like that's a big concern, right? Because they're basically you're
Oh
saying
yeah, hacking it can turn into
Car.
like that one Fast and Furious movie. You know what I'm talking
well,
about?
upgrade.
The hacking of cars. Like I think it's like the latest ones that came out. Have you watched that one?
I don't really watch Fast and Furious.
I mean, I've seen
Well,
all
anyways,
of
just
them,
one-
but I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, there's this one part in the 8, and like where like this one chick just hacks all like the cars and like the area of New York and starts just like remote controlling driving them. It was crazy.
How do you do that with regular cars?
I don't know. These weren't regular cars. They were like
Oh,
I don't know what kind of cars they were, but they were certain.
So Fast and Furious came out with self-driving cars before they existed.
Yeah, basically.
Wow.
Those movies are truly ahead of their time.
Like-
Apparently.
Yeah, ahead. That's you can say that. Ahead.
Technically, they are. They had a dead man in one of them.
wait, what?
Yeah.
Paul Walker. It's been.
That'd be they're behind their time.
No.
No,
had-
ahead, because he's obviously in the past now, but they still had him, so they're in the future.
But he's not alive in the future.
It's not alive in the future.
I guess that's true.
They brought him back to life.
Yeah.
Who?
And he gets reincarnated, like at some point in the future, whether it be 1,000 years or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that.
They time traveled and brought him back before he died.
Well, hacking them, that's like a major concern. But I think, I don't know, things will get worked out in the companies that produce these cars, governments, whatever. It'll be hard to do, and there'll be stuff they'll make sure that it's very hard to do that before they implement any regulations saying that you have to drive one or something like that. But already, Tesla, they brought a Model 3 to the biggest hacking convention in the U.S. like last year, I think, and they said they'd give it to whoever could hack it. and they did eventually hack it, but it was like one of the best hacking groups there, and it took them 3 days to do it.
Oh wow.
So even right now, it's
And that's
pretty
with
hard
it just
to.
like stationary sitting there, I guess, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I guess it would be pretty hard if the car's like driving around. You'd probably have to put a bug on it or something.
I have to assume like some people could figure it out, and there'd be instances where they just get lucky to a degree, or I don't know. But
Okay, but
it
those
can't
are
be
like
that hard to hack it all the time.
those are like the groups that are, I guess, sanctioned, and like the illegal hackers. I feel like they'd be like, oh, easy, Boop, and then like hack in like an hour.
I don't know. I
Oh.
guess we'll see.
I'll be right back.
I was about to say you made it sound so easy hacking. Bloop. Oh, my cats
I'm
are
in.
fighting each other. Yeah. I'm in.
Dude, when I did that, I don't know what I did, but I pulled up my control, the programming window.
Yeah.
I don't know what I pressed, but I brought that up. So
All right.
That
So
was
that
funny.
that kind of ends that. We're all pretty much okay with it and for it.
All right.
Some less than others, but okay. Isaiah did Velcro. Okay, this one I put in the chat. The effect film has on the public eye's view of natural disasters. I don't know if we'll
Oh, that's
be able to go
interesting.
into detail with this, because what sparked me saying this is because I watched Chernobyl on HBO. I don't think any of you
yeah?
have seen it.
I know what it is though, so that's all that matters.
I
Hey.
do not.
It's really
Oh.
freaking good. It's only like
Is it? It's on Hulu.
no, it's on HBO.
I know, but they have it on Hulu.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. Isaiah, shut up.
HBO
Yes,
is
they
connected
do.
to Hulu.
Shut up.
Yeah, get wrecked.
Just kidding. Anyways, wherever it's at, watch it. I got a free
Hulu.
trial of HBO now. Shut the fuck up. I
Oh crap.
I had gotten a free trial of HBO now, so if you don't have Hulu, any viewers out there or something like that, do that. I think my cat's about to use the bathroom in my kitchen.
The
It's
problem
funny because
is-
it's just right next to him.
Anyways, a lot of it. Are you okay?
That's the cat just squat down. Just taking a big old dump right in the middle of the kitchen.
Stares at you dead in the eyes.
That's what I think. He's
Oh,
oh no,
Oh,
he just sat
man.
there. Maybe he was just getting comfy. Anyways,
Okay.
Chernobyl, the HBO show, Hulu show, whatever. It brought a lot of attention to the disaster, and like, I remember when I was talking to you,
Oh.
Jeremy, and I was talking to you about Chernobyl, and you're like, "What is that?" And
I know what you're talking about now.
Did you not? Were you not familiar with Chernobyl? The
Well,
actual
I just
thing?
Have you not
the
been
word
listening to
sounded
this entire
strange.
time?
I know. I
Oh,
know the story now.
I do a paper on this like not too long ago.
it's like, it's horrific. Like all the stuff that
Yeah.
happened, like it's really horrifying. But the show brought a lot of attention to the disaster, the actual things that happened. And now, like, if you go to any video on YouTube about Chernobyl or like a Chernobyl tour, stuff like that, like all you see in the comments is, "I'm here because of Chernobyl, HBO." And
HBO.
it's like, I don't know. I don't know how to approach that discussion if it really can't even be turned into one. But I kind of just was thinking maybe like, is it a good thing or a bad thing that it brings all this attention? Because it's like, yeah,
I mean, I don't think so.
well, it's. I don't know how to.
I
Explain
mean-
it. It's good that, it's a cool thing to know, and it's kind of important because the area is still being affected today. Like radiation will most likely never stop leaking from that thing. Definitely not in our lifetimes or the next ones. And they've done things to prevent it, like they put a big metal sleeve essentially over the reactor site.
Wow. Big metal sleeve.
Yeah, that's what they did.
Wow.
So I don't know how I was gonna turn that into a discussion, but that's just something I put in there.
I mean, I don't think is it a bad thing?
Chernobyl?
Like no, like
It's very
just
bad.
would you? Yeah, well. Yeah.
Nah.
One could debate though.
Well, no. The question. What was the question? Frick.
It
Where is it?
was the effect film has on the public eye's view of natural disasters.
I mean, I don't think that's a bad thing.
I think
Effective
it's.
film.
I
It's
would,
more informative than anything.
I would say that Chernobyl's thingy for its representation was good. They did change a few things. Like instead of being Russian,
Oh.
they talk in British accents, and I think they did that so it'd be easier to understand them and also a little bit easier to relate to them.
Yeah.
And there's a few other things that they changed. I can't remember exactly what. But for the most part, all the characters in the show, except for one that I know of for sure, are all based off the real people.
Oh.
What I start to think about is when it could be bad is like what if they make like a Sandy Hook movie one day or something, stuff like that. Like is it really
Who
good?
was that?
Sandy Hook is one of the OG school shootings.
Hmm.
Well, Sandy Hook is the school. What is the recent one? Did you hear about the one that happened in the mosque? I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
like, you know, like he GoPro'd it and posted it, whatever. Like, not all attention for that kind of stuff is good attention, I guess I'm trying to say. So
I feel like it could, like, something bad like that could be taken the other direction and kind of, like, becomes something that it really shouldn't be.
like in a good or bad way, or both, I guess.
Like in a bad way. Like, this is gonna be a really weird example. Like, you know, Romeo and Juliet, like, a lot of people think it romanticizes suicide. And so, like, in the same way, like, some kind of film like, you know, the Sandy Hook school shooting, like, if they made a film about that, like, some people could be like, oh, that romanticizes school shootings. And it's like, but, like, how?
I guess you could say, like, there might be some ways that the movie or the director will try to make you sympathize with the shooter. Like, to show that, like, oh, they're mentally disabled, so they're not so bad, blah, blah, blah. But no, I don't care what kind of disability you have. If you shoot a school and kill little kids and stuff, you need to die immediately.
Yeah.
That's not. I don't think that's.
Fair
I don't think
opinion.
that's a mental disability thing though.
I think disabilities could cause stuff like that to happen easier. Like if someone isn't all there in the head.
Yeah, easier. Yeah, I mean, it's like it happen, but that's not the cause. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be the cause. Like you don't have to be
Yeah.
disabled to go. Well, I don't know. I think there's something wrong in your head, and there has to be something wrong in your head for the like. for
I've
you to
had
do
this
something like that.
discussion.
It could, like, well, I don't know. I was about to
Go on.
say, like,
I know your side of the story. Or I know your opinion. It still makes me mad, Adam. Like
what?
me, him, and Matt got into debates about. I believe that something in your head has to be not all there for you to go and shoot up a school.
Yeah,
Like,
like, I mean,
his-
that, like, the absence of, like,
Sympathy.
yeah,
Like, you have to
or
be a
empathy,
sociopath
like,
or a psychopath.
yeah.
And what Adam
Well, I
and
mean,
Matt would. Well,
what-
go ahead and say yours, because I don't want to skew it.
What is the definition of sociopath or whatever? I mean, like, what makes you
One of them is where you lack sympathy, and I can't remember which one it is.
okay? Like
Empathy.
sympathy,
Empathy, yeah,
Yeah.
empathy.
It's
Like
socio.
no
Whatever.
value for
and
human
then the
life.
other one. So I mean, I think anyone could do it. I don't think there has to be anything wrong with you for you to do something like that. Sounds terrible, but like, I mean,
But
I don't
my
know. I think I could if I wanted to, but I have no reason to and don't want to, obviously.
but that's
But-
that's where my issue is.
Okay,
Like,
but that last part of your sentence is where it is, because you literally said don't want to. Like, that's the part
Right,
of your
but I
brain
could.
telling you no.
Like,
I could drive off of a cliff, but I'm not like
yeah,
anyone could do anything. That's not like a that's not a thing as in like, oh, so
right,
that's
it makes
why.
it sound worse there. I don't know. I feel like I had a better argument last time.
But also, I feel like you could
Probably
be
do.
pushed past that point. Like, say, like, you know, oh, you know, you're freaking ugly or something, and it's like they like everyone bullies you, and it's like that could eventually push you over the edge to
Yeah,
like
that's a
I'm
cause.
tired of
That's
you,
a
like
reason to do it.
Well,
Yeah,
even
but
then,
that's not
a good
disagree.
reason.
I disagree with that too, because if you take your anger out that others give you onto other people, then you're still messed up.
Yeah.
Especially
yeah,
killing
yeah, right.
people. Like, you know, suicide is one thing because that's self
but there are
harm
the
and
people
that's
that
you.
hold it in.
Still though, like you don't
Like
do
I
that.
guess that would be on them for holding it in, but still, it's like eventually,
Well, hey guys, we're back.
like it might also be like they don't know, like they could have been raised in such a way that they literally just don't know anything differentiating from that. Like they're like, oh well, better jump to this conclusion. Like shooting people, like to other people, would be like, you know, I'm gonna kill you would be not right to other people, and that could be seen as like the furthest stretch of anger, whereas like to them they don't see it as weird, they see it as like, oh well, this is how I feel, so I'm going to do it.
That's still a reason though. Like the reason they shot up that school and they think like that is because they were raised fucked up. So now their brain's fucked up. I'm saying, as a normal person, like me, you, Isaiah, Adam, I hope none of us have the capacity to do this. All the four of us, like, physically, yes, we could stand up, we could go get a gun, and we could go shoot people inside of a school. But we will not do that, I hope, because we're not mentally handicapped. And that's where my argument is. It's like, yeah, anyone could do anything that any psychopath could do. Like, I think it's either sociopaths or psychopaths. An early tendency is harming animals because it makes them feel more powerful. Like I could punt my cat across the room right now, but I'm not gonna do that because I'm not messed up in the head.
Yeah, like you could be born like that, but you can also be raised to be like that too.
Yeah, and I mean, again, that's a reason. I think there's a lot that goes into it, but at the end of the day, I think that like I'm just stand by. You have to be mentally kind of messed up in the head to even think.
I don't know. I'm
that's
kind of
okay.
50-50 on it. And
Did you see that picture of the shooter that they snapped where he looked like a fucking coward? Like
Wait, what?
There's a picture of a shooter. I don't know where it was, but
Or which one?
he had a yeah, which one? He had a gun in his hand and everything, and the look on his face was just immediate regret, and the cops ended up killing him. I've never seen like more of a pussy than when I looked at that picture. I'll try to find it.
Oh, immediate regret. I wonder why. Like, frig! Kill all these people. Now I'm about to die.
This is a good idea.
Mom, help! Mommy, help! Sorry, little boy.
Have y'all seen the picture of like the guy that was on drugs, killed his imaginary friend, and then like turned himself in, and he looks like he's about to cry?
No.
It's so good.
I killed my imaginary friend.
Like his mugshot, he just looks so sad.
Oh, dude, I'm a dick.
It's so good.
I'm trying to find it. Shooter looks scared in photo. Why does it not come up? I can't sing songs with copyright.
Copyright!
People have gotten copyright in videos from humming songs.
Okay.
Anyways,
Okay, well you need to cut out that part of from Paul Walker when you sung those songs.
True. Okay, so we turned self-driving cars into school shooters. Cool.
Yeah.
This is what's wrong with self-driving cars, Adam, and you tell me that we could.
Gosh.
If you have a self-driving car, you will become a school shooter.
Buying one right now.
Whoa, buddy.
Just drive it into a school.
Oh no, we turned the effect of film into school shooters. Okay.
Okay.
That's not a great topic anyway, so Jeremy, I want to hear your Tinder story.
Oh, okay.
I do too.
So Matt and I decided to make a profile on there, just for the lulz, and we found
Matt
a few
being our
funny
other
ones.
friend,
Definitely.
in case y'all forgot.
Yeah.
Okay.
We decided to make one for the lulz. We found a few funny pages and stuff, and we found the picture. Here, I'll post it in main chat or discussion, I guess, since it is a discussion.
Okay.
Like that's one of the profiles we found.
Looking good. I'll post that
Whoa.
in the podcast right now. If anyone's
Alright.
watching this or listening on YouTube, there should be a picture right now that shows what Jeremy just put in chat.
39 miles away, boys. Let's get it.
Worth the drive.
There was one. There was one that was like, Matt found it first, and then I found it later, and it was this girl, and just like all of her pictures were of her crying. And then there was one, it was like potato, and it was just weird. But anyway, so the funny thing is that I started immediately finding people that I know in real life. And I was like, oh no. So Matt and I bet each other, well, it wasn't really bet, we just like dared each other, hey, anyone you know, you need to swipe right on. So, so I was swiping right on everyone I knew. And Matt, he found like one or two people that he knew, and one of them matched with him. And then lo and behold, the next morning I wake up, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get back on there. So I'm swiping through. You'll never guess who I found.
Who?
I found Chelsea.
Oh, really?
And then 2 swipes later, I found Sam.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then, and then later that night, I was swiping through again, and guess who this one was?
Who?
Oh,
Haley.
Oh my gosh.
And I matched with her,
Oh no. Oh no, bro.
which means she swiped right on me.
Oh no.
you got unlucky, man.
Yeah, so it was kind of awkward.
That's. Oh gosh.
So I just messaged her. I was like, fancy meeting you here.
It's me and you here. Wait,
But
shall I
the
use all those
funny-
real names?
The weird part to that story is I told Matt, and he's like, she has a boyfriend though.
Oh.
Ah, expose her.
Oh. I hope none of those 3 listen to this podcast. Matt, whenever or if you ever listen to this, don't promote this to any of your friends.
This is so funny.
For the viewers that are kind of lost, obviously those names that he named off are people that we all know.
Yeah, we all know, right? Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
at least all know of.
I think I know all of them. Chelsea, Sam, Haley, yeah, I know them.
Mhm.
But that's crazy. Yeah, you did get unlucky.
Luckily, I didn't match with the first 2, but then my luck ran out.
I love green out. Stat reacts only.
So we have one more topic that's in here. Will Jeremy
Thank
ever
God, 'cause
find
I'm
love?
hungry.
So,
Alright, are we ready? We're
Probably not.
what's your hot take, Adam?
done. I just said no.
Dang, I just said no. Okay.
I believe there's somebody out there for you, Jeremiah. I believe in you. Just keep on
Thanks.
pushing.
4 dating apps and I still haven't found her.
Bro, just keep
Are
on
you
pushing.
on Farmers Only? Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been to what is it? Dual Deck? Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual Deck?
Fish are friends. Dude.
Speaking of farmers only, actually a part of my bio on Tinder for the lulz is I'll be the Yi to your haul.
Let me you're off.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hey, wait, hold on. Let me read you my full bio. Let's
Okay.
see.
Bro,
What's that? It's 6'8", never been in a relationship. Help. I can be the E to your Hall. My expectations are the opposite of my height.
short.
You're not even that tall.
He's almost 7 foot.
Dude, yeah, that's nothing, dude.
Adam, what?
Yeah, loser Jeremy. Not even that tall.
Yeah, dude.
Oh man, you got me there.
Not even giant. Honestly, you're considered a dwarf in my book.
I'm taller than you. What are you, a midget?
Microscopic. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay.
We're not talking about penis size.
Talking about
here,
penis.
I was hoping someone would say something.
I was just
No, I
saying,
guess it is.
you're talking about penis size, right?
What'd you say, Adam?
I guess he is tall
Fine,
Oh,
I'll
Adam.
admit it.
It's alright.
That's all the topics. I'd say that's actually might be a good place to wrap it up on before we just start like drawing it out any longer.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Yeah. Overall, good. I wasn't recording the whole time.
Oh
Are you
god.
serious?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
then. Why would you do that? That sounded pretty.
Isaiah's
real.
first like reaction was just laughing. Jeremy was like, "Are you serious?"
That
No,
was the opposite.
I'd be really pissed off because that was some good banter and discussions in that.
Dude, we just gotta recreate it again, dude. Like, it's not that hard.
Or just read off the script again. It'd be easy.
Yeah, it's idiots. Oh, wait, wait. We're not supposed to say that, are we?
Anyways, this episode.
Cut it, end there.
This episode should go up on YouTube, Spotify, I think iTunes podcasts.
Pornhub, Tinder.
Bro, if you want me to put it on Pornhub, I'll put it on Pornhub.
That'd be hilarious.
There's a few other things that Anchor puts out podcasts to. Anchor is like a podcast publishing thingy. I think Adam is the one who told me about that. But basically, you upload your podcast to Anchor, and it uploads it to all these other things that you link to your account. It for sure will go up on YouTube and Spotify. Those are like my two, and also I guess iTunes. Those are like my three biggest concerns is to getting them out. And the rest will just kind of be afterthoughts. Sorry if you listen anywhere else. It's whatever.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think it was a successful episode. It was we kept conversation pretty much the whole time. Thank you for joining in, Adam. The rest of y'all, fuck off. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, wow. You frick off.
No, but I don't know when these episodes will go up. I'm thinking maybe every Friday to start your weekend, or every Sunday to end your weekend. I don't know. We're recording this on a Monday. I don't work on Sundays and Mondays, so we'll probably record that Monday and I'll upload Friday or Sunday. We'll see though. Whatever works out. But anyways,
honestly, dude.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching, making it this far. If you did, I do appreciate it. This was fun. I think we did a really good job at keeping out most inside jokes, so that most of what we said was coherent and they could actually understand it. Which kind of scared me a little bit. I didn't want us the whole time just to be talking about stuff no one fucking knew about. I think we did good though.
Wobbly sausage. Like that.
That's so old, dude.
Yeah.
God
some
dang.
people might know that. It's a video meme.
Trent.
That's the oldie.
We'll tell that story one day. But anyways, yeah.
One day.
Thank you guys for watching and listening so much. Hope you enjoy it. If we get any new fans and you have any kind of criticisms or things you want to say about the podcast at all, throw them in the description. Or if you're listening on Spotify or iTunes, I don't know. I guess go to YouTube and put it there. Or I think there's a CyberVibe Twitter, so I can put that in the description of. I think I made one. Yeah, I'm pretty positive.
Hold on. Let me check.
It's been 5 years. I don't remember anymore.
Let's see.
CyberVibe.
The CyberVibe podcast.
Oh wait, hold on. There's a thing called CyberVibe podcast.
Yeah, actually, funny story.
Oh,
so
no, it's
do
not.
that. Well, actually, the CyberVibe podcast was already something that like
Yeah, someone already came out
already
with.
made. They made a few
It's
episodes.
run by Morka Gaming and Ratu Alt. Interesting.
Yeah, a few years ago, I had DM'd them on Twitter, and I was like, actually, I could probably read it.
Yeah.
Um,
Expose them.
expose them for being too nice and giving me the podcast name.
Oh, really? Never mind, don't expose them. They're pretty cool.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. This guy's name is Brady. I said, yo, man, I commented on your most recent vid about the podcast. Mind going check it out for me? And I guess his account is inactive because I can only see my messages.
Mhm.
And basically he said yeah, and I was like, all right, thank you so much, bro. I just didn't want to beef later down the line. So that's all cleared up. So that's fine. But yeah, I guess I got to make a Twitter. I have an It's That One Guy Twitter. I'll put that there in the meantime. But yeah, boys. Again, thank you guys for watching. I'm really dragging this intro out. Again,
Outro.
excuse me.
Gosh.
Again, put any kind of criticisms you have at all in the comments for us to read. Hope to see you next week. Later.